Hi, hope you're in fine voice. Got a message here from Brian. I got this via LinkedIn. He says, how do I help a young female VO artist to get rid or reduce the amount of fry at the end of her sentences? It's that modified Australian upturn of the voice, as in asking a question. And I think I know what you mean, Brian. It's where some people have this, where they will say a statement and they'll say it like it's a question. Or they'll say, hello, how are you today? Or that wasn't a very good one. But yeah, and I'm talking like this, but I go up at the end of a sentence. And it's a bit like that. And there are variations on a theme of that. I think the answer to your question is, why would you want to do it? Why would you want to change her voice, Brian? It's how she speaks. And trying to make someone sound like everyone else, or trying to make people sound like a standard version of what you think is acceptable in voiceover delivery and what you think is unacceptable, is wrong. What I would do is just capitalize on her inflections. To me, that inflection, that upward swing, if you like, at the end of a sentence, is really redolent of a certain kind of person from a certain demographic. So it tends to be, and I'm stereotyping a bit here, but some millennials who speak, and I hate that word, I know, and you probably do too, but people maybe late 20s, early mid-30s, they tend to have that upswing at the end of a sentence, or some of them do. And it may be you, and maybe you have that. And I would say, look, it's part of who you are. It's part of your demographic. It marks you out as being of that generation. And in voiceovers, you're always trying to play to your strengths. That's what you're doing. What makes you a little bit different from the next person? And it could be your demographic, the way you speak, your accent, and so on. It's not about hiding it. It's not about kind of, oh, you've got to speak with a received pronunciation voice. Some people do. Lots of people don't. I don't. I come from the Midlands, so I tend to have flat vowels. I tend to say bath and laugh and staff, but that's why people either book me or they don't book me because of the way I sound. And it will be the same with you. They'll book you because of the way you sound, not because of the way you don't sound, if that makes sense. So I would say, in really a sort of short answer to your question, Brian, is leave it be. Let's celebrate the way people talk. And if they've got an upswing at the end of a sentence, then fantastic. That's really, really good. And it's part of who they are, and it will make them stand out from people who haven't got an upswing. And I think you should just concentrate on getting the reads right and the other elements of voiceovers, rather than trying to change someone's accent or someone's way of speaking. If they can bring that way of speaking to a script, then it will work, and it will make that particular individual sound really unique, and it'll be their USP. All right, I hope that sort of helps today. Thank you very much for watching. Look after your voice, and see you next time.